Men, an invader has entered the fort. Prepare yourselves for an ambush! Fort Frostmoth will never fall. Long live the Empire!
Who's there? Do you need something? Something's not right here. Be careful. I think we may be in for some trouble.
I've failed.
What is it? If you think it'll help. What happened?
More myself.
Yes, Sarah?
This is just dreadful. Dreadful. She was real surprised when I pulled that knife from my boot.
Tis the only advice a sailor heeds.
I'll gut that filthy farmer when I see him. There's something you need.
so. That old crackpot made the trial sound a lot harder than that.
Oh, I just have to figure out how to get this thing started.
Wizards. Not good enough for your precious college, eh?
She was real surprised when I pulled that knife from my boot.
done and done.
If it wasn't for the bulwark, we'd be digging our houses out from beneath the ash.
What news do you bring from Fort Frostmoth? I had my suspicions that he was undead. How else could he have survived for over 200 years? It's a shame. There are quite a few tales of General Carius's exploits, including the founding of Raven Rock. Councillor Morvain told me to give this to you if you made it back in one piece. And you got rid of General Carius. Better than a soldier's pay, so you should be thankful. It can be. Even the most experienced warriors can fall prey to petty distractions. They usually didn't amount to much, but they make my job that much harder. Some of my own men have become quite accustomed to a spirit they called Emberbrand wine. Despise the stuff myself. It's powerful and tremendously addicting. I've seen men fail to finish even a single flask. If I knew where they were stashing the bottles, I'd put an end to it myself. You would? That would be helpful. I just don't have time to do it myself right now. They're too smart to have left it in the bulwark. I'd search one of the abandoned houses on the outskirts of town. Ah, this is bone mold armor. Quite impressive, wouldn't you say? It's fashioned from actual bone that's been reinforced with a resin-like material and then shaped to form the armor plating. It might appear brittle, but I'd wager it could stop the blow of a weapon better than iron or steel. All of the soldiers in this town are Redoran Guard, some of the best warriors that House Redoran has to offer. I've spent quite a few years honing their skills, and I can assure you they're not just your average city guard. To protect Councillor Morvain, of course. He has quite a few friends on the council back in Morrowind, and they wanted to ensure his safety while he was here. Other than that, I'm not at liberty to discuss it. Find me that stash of wine. I'm itching to be rid of it.
If you find yourself in the ash wastes, keep your eyes to the ground. Ash spawn, like to spring up.
Misery? I'll give you misery. Try getting assigned to scrape neck scum.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. I got this from a pretty excited-looking dark elf around Raven Rock. He said it was important I got it to you as soon as I could. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Oh, it's you. This isn't good. We only got a little ways in, and something managed to wake up the Draugr. Before I could blink, all the miners were dead, and I was next in line. This is what I get for skimping on. Well, unless you want to deal with the Draugr, this whole little... might be over either way. It looked like a dead end before the place started crawling.
I think I see why now.
This is something.
Who's there? That'll teach you. We're too strong. Done and done. Oh, wow. This is gorgeous. I'm glad you're here with me. Do you need something? This better not be all the things you just can't be bothered with. If you think it'll help. Anything good?
luck. Well, perhaps there's some hope for us yet. Now, I have to go recruit some more miners. It won't be easy, seeing as none of their friends came back from the first attempt. We'll have to sweeten the pot a bit this time. I think I'll need, say, 2,000 septums to hire replacements. I never get tired of that sound. It'll take me a few days to dig up some more laborers, but swing back when you get a chance. See how we're doing.
Where'd you come from? I'm not gonna die like this.
Looky here. Looks like we got ourselves a hero. You'll regret crossing the Outlander.
doing that for? You lost?
You're as the wife to the second You have? You have no idea what this means. Well, you've certainly proven your worth around here to me. Please, accept this gift as a token of my appreciation. Admiral, how I hate that title. Damn fools. He's in grave danger. When I fall asleep at night, this island was never meant for us. I assure you, if I could convince Admiral to do that. Unfortunately, Admiral and Councillor Morvain are very close friends, and they will... I'm the wife of a second councillor, and certain things are... The most important thing is that I stand by Admiral no matter how I feel, and I intend to do that until we get off this Admiral and I lived in Blacklight. House Redoran has improved Blacklight substantially over the last 1,000 years. Its grandeur rivals that of... The root spire where the Council of Great Houses meet is something to behold. I haven't seen the city in over 50 years. Even for a Dunmer, that seems like an... Regardless, I hope to return there someday, which doesn't seem likely given my husband's commitment to Councillor Morvain. Good.
Don't let the states of Raven Rock fool you. Our desire for Raven Rock's return to its former
Assisting the
glory
Redoran
is
Guard with
strong
the
as
Ash Spawn attacks
itself.
has earned you quite the reputation here.
Whether you're
Keep it
simply
up.
visiting or staying here, I think you'll find...
How much longer do you intend?
If you're looking for passage to Vardenfell, you're out of luck. No ships ahead.
My
that
husband
way.
Bendel feared visitors would shun Raven Rock. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
If you need a ride back to the mainland, Jalen's the only way off this rock.
France, I can barely do it myself.
I work for Mogul. You got a problem, you talk to him.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay up. I might lend coin to people.
Mogul doesn't lend coin to outlanders.
Destroying the ash spawn has made it safer to work in the fields. Thank you.
I have a knack for smelling trouble.
Yes, I'm proud to say I only wish I had a better source for net jelly. Those creatures are difficult to track down. That would be splendid. I'd be more than happy to give you something for the effort. Careful with those netches. They may look tame, but they can seriously hurt you with threat there.
Fralsa, I can
Don't
barely
pity
do
me.
it myself.
And don't look at me like that. I know what I am. I was one of the wealthiest miners in town. I could haul up almost 3 or 4 times what the average digger could. I never saw the end coming like it did. The mine running out of ebony. Unlike most of my fellow miners, I was too foolish to save enough coin for that day. The rest I spent on Sujama to drown my sorrows. Councillor Morvain was kind enough to allow Ruins and I to live in one of the abandoned buildings. At least it keeps the ash out of our eyes. Don't waste your life like miserable. Don't like it. I hate it. Every day it's the same thing. We open the shop, we hardly sell a thing, we close the shop and go to sleep. What kind of a life is that? Ah, believe me, I'd be on the first ship off this miserable island if I could. But I'm not sure I could do that to my father. I think it would break his heart.
Anything you can spare.
We've already lost my mother. I don't want to leave him alone. We lived in a settlement, perhaps a league from the border of Black Marsh, the homeland of the Argonians. Even though the Argonian invasion ended a long time ago, there are still a few scale-skinned clans that live within our borders. To put it simply, they attacked our settlement and slaughtered almost everyone. It was horrible. Keep yourself safe. Solstein's still a dangerous place.
Watch what you're doing. It's busier now that things are starting to look up. Mining gear? No. However, I used to sell East Empire pendants until I ran out of them. Popular? It's an amulet that was made exclusively for the East Empire. They gave them to their workers as an incentive at one point. They're no longer being made, so they've become a collectible. I'd love to get my hands on a few of them. Well, here's your coin. Keep bringing me more, and I'll keep paying you for them. Bad. I've half a mind to contact my friends at the East Empire. Oh, absolutely. In fact, I've corresponded with Vittoria Vici herself more than once. You know, the lady who runs the East Empire Company warehouse in Solitude. The biggest warehouse they have in Skyrim. Ah, you're just like the rest of the folks around here. Mark my words. The East Empire Company will return to Raven Rock. And when they do, I'll be at the top of their list. The East Empire pendants are scattered all over, so leave no stone unturned.
This may be the frontier.
I work for Mogrel. You got a problem, you talk to him.
Working on those standing stones feels like a bad dream. I'm glad you woke us from it. Welcome to the wretched next corner. The finest Sujamma to cross your lips, friend. My own personal formula that I call Sadri's Sujamma. In fact, I've just added some new ingredients to the mixture that I think makes it taste better than ever. All I need to do is get the word out that it's ready, and they'll flock here for it. Oh, it's gone open. Here, take these samples of the Sujamma and spread the word. If you get rid of all of them, there's something extra in it for you.
Murgle doesn't lend coin to outlanders. Look somewhere else.
Teldrin Serro, blade for hire.
Well,
if you have
we
the
have all
coin,
sorts. Sorry,
I'm at your service.
Gildas won't allow me to drink while I'm working at the Netch. Safe travels.
It's busy. Geldis needs to bottle this up and send it to the mainland instead of wasting his time out here. His drinks are outstanding. Thanks. The East Empire pendants are scattered all
My
over.
husband Vendel feared visitors. Sure, got nothing better to do. May your path be free from danger.
Your action. Always a pleasure to taste anything Geldis comes up with. Next time you're hungry, stop by.
Assisting the... What? Oh, no, thank you. I need to keep my head clear. I appreciate the help you've been giving.
Azura's was... No. I can't. It may be poison.
Do you have any plans for the west end of town?
Don't. I could swear. The day I refuse Sujamma from Geldis is the day I sprout wings and fly off this rock. Don't waste your life like I did. Miserable. At least my father will let me drink whatever I want without complaining. Tell Geldis I appreciate it. Keep yourself safe.
Find my pickaxe? Perfect. I was just thinking about heading over for a drink. Thanks for saving me the trip. You tell Precious he better give that pickaxe back to me, or else.
I know this.
With the Ashbourne threat taken care of,
Always nice
I can
to
give
see
my
you.
men
want
the
you
rest
to
they
stay
deserve.
away from my daughter.
Well done, friend. What Drayla chooses to do is her concern, not yours. Find
She
me that
has no
special
idea
wine.
what she's getting herself into. You may not always be there to take care of her.
Fethis, all of us mourn your wife's passing. Just don't let it affect how you treat your daughter.
Your efforts and... Oh, how kind. Thank Elders for me, won't you? Good journey, traveler.
Obey our laws, or suffer the consequences.
Need something? The Northern Maiden is shipshape and ready to go.
You lost?
Travel. Good old Geldis is always managing to keep our spirits up. And our eyesight hazy. Thank you. My doors are open if you wish to discuss matters involving Raven Rock.
If you've got...
Anything to report, Captain Dillon?
It's quiet. For the moment.
My work. Merkel doesn't lend
I'll give you this.
coin to Outlanders.
Take that swill and pour it down the
Somewhere
well.
else. Apologies, Admiral. In my experience,
Fight
it's
well.
usually the quietest before the storm.
Anything you can offer, please. I'm starving. Head back to... No. I can't. Thank you, Outlander. No. No. I can't. It may be poison.
If you're dealing with misery, there's only one thing to remember.
Destroying the... I should mix some of this into my next potion. Who knows what would happen?
Your actions. If you ever need apothecary supplies, talk to my wife, Milora. Something you need. Next time you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food for sale.
Don't pity me. And don't look at me like that.
If you witness suspicious
I know
activity, report it to Captain Gallis immediately.
With the Ashbourne threat taken care of, I can give my men the rest they deserve. Well done, friend.
Miserable. Just miserable. Oh, I hate this place.
I'm sorry, I don't carry coin. Perhaps next time.
My wife's quite the alchemist. Thanks to her, my ash...
Assisting the Reverend Guard with the
There's something you
Ashbourne
need.
My
taxes
husband
and
Bendel
fight
feared
the
visitors
reputation.
would shun Raven Rock.
Another
Keep it up.
day of
Glad to
misery.
see
I
you.
might listen to people that give it, but I never
I
let
work
a
for
stranger.
Mogul.
So
You've
shove
got
off.
a problem. You talk to him.
You stuck in Raven Rock too? Horrible, isn't it?
Headed east. May want to give the town...
We have all sorts of authentic dark elf food and drink here. Geldis spares no expense. Until next time. Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sioux jammer that will ever grace your lips.
Spare some coin for a lost soul.
Miserable. Just miserable. Oh, I hate this place. Doesn't everyone pity the hopeless? I used to be a miner. When the mine dried up, I was lost. That fetcher girl. If I want to spend my last bag of coins getting drunk, that's my business. You could, if you can, get that stubborn mule to let me into the netch. I'll make sure you get what's coming to you.
Oh, come on. You know me, Captain Bella. My hands are...
It might take more than a...
Assisting the Reverend Guard with the Ash Spawn attacks has earned
It can be
quite
quite
a reputation.
stubborn.
Keep it up.
Yes, sir, Captain Bella, sir.
Your efforts in Raven Rock have proven most invigorating for my husband. I haven't seen him this pleased in many years.
Get that vile liquid away from me. Non-believers are never welcome here. Excuse me, but the temple is for followers of our faith. Outsiders aren't welcome. There's nothing beyond the... If you're looking for the East Empire cowards, they've been gone.
With the Ashbourne threat taken care of, I can give my men the rest they deserve. Well done, friend. Find me that special
Don't pity me. I could swing a pickaxe better than any man in the mines. Made thousands of coins. Now it's all gone.
I said to leave me be.
Cretius, last time you explored the mine, you almost fell to your death. I'm not spending the rest of my days as a widow.
And I'm telling you that I'll do whatever it takes to find my great-grandfather's remains. He's down here. I can feel it.
That was almost 2 centuries ago. There may be nothing left to find.
Just let me go, woman.
Cretius, you're an obstinate old fool, and you're going to get yourself killed. apologize. Well, that sounds lovely. Thank you. That foolish old man thinks he's 30 years younger than he is. He's going to get himself killed traipsing around the mine. He's convinced himself that there's some sort of conspiracy involving the East Empire Company and the mine's closure. We came across some old letters that belonged to his great-grandfather in our house, and he believes every word written in them. Cretius's great-grandfather worked for the East Empire Company. The letters mention some sort of discovery. There's really nothing remarkable in the letters. I don't know what he's so excited about. To understand how we met one another, you have to appreciate what he's going. Cretius is a third-generation miner. All his life, he's lived and breathed nothing else. By the time Cretius came of age, the ebony mine in Raven Rock was shut down. He took that quite hard. Our home has been in his family for over 200 years. Leaving would have been like abandoning precious memory. Instead, he stayed on Solstheim and spent most of his life prospecting for a new ebony source. A decade ago, this drove him into a deep depression. He shut himself inside his home and refused to come out. It was after refusing to allow anyone to bring him food, Counselor Morvain ordered his door to be knocked down before Cretius starved to... I was a temple priest at the time, and they had me use my healing arts to restore strength to his ailing body. I stayed for a while and cared for him, then... I suppose we fell in love. Far from it. In fact, I'm no longer welcome there. In all honesty, it came down to a disagreement between what I believe and what Elder Othraloth believes. I'd prefer not to get into the details, but let's just say our opinions about the current status of the tribunal vary widely. Be careful out there.
Who in the blazes are you? Can't you see I'm busy? Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are. Maybe. Been difficult. But mark my words, these mines hold a secret that could put a secret the East Empire Company swept under the rug too. It killed my great-grandfather and left Raven Rock with a worthless and tainted mine. Gratian Kyrelius. He spent his entire life exploring ancient ruins across Tamriel, and he died in these very mines almost 200 years ago. The East Empire Company called it a terrible accident, claiming that he was lost in a rockfall. But my wife and I were cleaning out our home. I found an unsent letter he'd written to the East Empire Company, and a key. It describes a discovery that was made in the mine by some of the diggers. They wanted Gratian to take a closer look. The East Empire Company must have felt it was of great value, as they locked that section of the mine off from everyone else. It is. Well, I assume it is. I haven't been able to find the entrance. Now you're starting to sound like everyone else. I'm telling you, there's something big down there. Look, my wife nags that I'm too old to go traipsing around these mines. Time's my enemy. It's caught up with me before I could find the answers that I'm looking for. I do. I want to know what happened to Gratian, and what the East Empire Company is keeping. Gratian kept a journal of notes about his discoveries. If you can find his remains... Here's everything I have. The letter, the key. Please, do this for me, so I can finally regain the respect that I've lost. Look, I know I don't have much to go on. I have that unsent letter, and that's really... But I also have a miner's instinct that's run in my family from... I may sound like a crazy old man to you, but I'm telling you, the tunnels here are solid. They would never collapse like that. The damn fool doesn't even deserve to have it. The pickaxe was made for mining, not selling. I'll bet he stole it from the Skald in the first place. Oh, very well. Here, tell him I hope he drops the thing on his foot. She thinks that old age has addled my mind, that I'm seeing things when there's nothing to be seen. I realize she cares about me, but she has to understand that I can't rest until I find out what happened to Gratian. Then I'll settle down peacefully and never set foot in this mine again. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. I just hope both of you don't mistake my enthusiasm for insanity. Be careful down there.
Why you're leading Cretius on, I'll never understand. Be careful out there.
Find my pick. So, you finally tracked down old Cretius, eh? Quite a character, isn't he? Tell you what, since you went through all the trouble of I just wanted to remind that codger you can't just go around taking... Now that you've delivered the message... Besides, that pickaxe hasn't done me any good in years. Maybe you can put it to good use. Looking to protect yourself, or deal some damage? Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.
I work for
Welcome. How about a drink for the hero who cleared Fort Frostmoth? Perfect. All that's left now is to go ahead. As promised, here's a little something for yourself. Have you seen the poor girl? Oh, she used to be richer than Councillor Morvain, and she's spending it all drowning her sorrow. As much as I love making coin, I can't watch her do that anymore. I won't.
No matter the outcome, I'll always respect your decision.
I suppose you're right. If she wants to spend her life at the bottom of an ale mug, it's her choice. Tell her she's welcome back any time. There's actually a funny story behind the name, friend. A few years ago, I was walking down by the docks, and I noticed a Dunmer staggering along with a bottle of Sujamma in hand. He was one of my patrons and liked to drink heavily, so I wasn't exactly surprised. But you see, this particular Dunmer was as naked as the day he was born, and singing badly at the top of his lungs. As I'm watching this spectacle, a netch floats over the bulwark towards him. The man looks straight up at the netch, yells, "Have a drink," and tosses the bottle, and it never hit the ground. Well, the bottle broke on the netch, and it must have swallowed its contents because it started floating sort of tilted. Finally, it stopped and began to quiver. A few moments later, the foulest liquid to ever assail your nostrils spewed from its maw. I've seen plenty of drunks in me day, and I'll tell you right now, that netch was sick. True story, friend. True story. Coast has been dangerous lately. A lot of reavers about. I've heard they're searching for the treasure of Hacknir Deathbrand, the Pirate King. The blacksmith up at Skull Village seems to have gone missing, and they've asked us to keep an eye out. Watch yourself out there. Looks like an ash storm might be brewing.
Your actions here have been a blessing to us all, Sergio.
Your efforts in Raven Rock have proven most invigorating for my husband. I haven't seen him this pleased in many years.
It's busier now that things are starting to look up. I guess I might stay a bit longer after all.
Spare some coin for a lost soul.
I could... Well then, I suppose I'm off to do what... Here, this was something I carried around in happier times. Maybe you can find a use for it. Thank you, Outlander. Bless you, Sarah. Don't waste your life like I did.